This is Chris Kelly with the first installment of our Reconsider Your Core Training series. Now, perhaps the most desired thing that I hear about in the gym are a nice set of lower abs. While we seem to get, pretty good development here, we always fail to develop these lower abs where, we have this nice six-pack. And one of the reasons that is when we're thinking about doing core training, it's all about holding in planks, doing crunches, doing things that only involve our abs. And when we think about it, think the core is the center of our body, and really everything above and below is going to really influence how that is. If my pelvis, for example, is pulled out of place, then no amount of exercise is going to kind of hit the right area. And one example of that begins, really the first example begins at the ground. All right, I want you to take a look at your feet. All right, if you find that they're collapsed in, you have no arch, you find that your foot is flat or pronated, what happens is we get everything kind of driving into internal rotation here, where my knees, I get these knock knees. I get a lot of tightness in what I call my adductors or my groin muscles. Because these muscles are connected to my lower abs, when they're short and tight, nothing is going to develop up here. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do really is to address this pronation. One of the solutions that we start to implement here, really one of the keys to developing nice lower abs begins at the feet. All right, for individuals with pronation, a lot of people are going to have balled up connective tissue at the bottom of their foot. We call it the plantar fascia. So the first thing that I want you to do is just stand in a ball and just kind of iron this out. This is kind of just like a massage for your feet here. So I'm just rolling up and down. I'm finding any spots that are tight or sore, and I'm just pressing down and kind of just wiggling over this area. All right, from here I'm going to move right up the chain and move to my calf. All right, with this, again, I'm rolling from the base of the Achilles tendon all the way up to the top. Again, I'm finding that spot of restriction. I'm just going to get in there, press in. I can cross my foot over to kind of clamp down on it there, and just wiggle around until that sore or painful spot starts to depress. Okay, from here, we're actually going to move to the inner thighs. Right? You can use the ball for this, but I start more with a foam roller. What I'm going to do is just really work on my adductors, my groin muscles. Again, this is a harder area to hit. You can also, I'm just kind of just rolling along this whole area here. You want to be really careful with this. If you feel any kind of like impulses, you feel like you might be hitting a nerve, kind of just get off of it for a second there. But I'm just rolling up and down, really working on the quality of this muscle tissue before I work to stretch it out. Okay, the other thing that you can use, we can get a roller. They have a tiger tail, or you can even get a dough roller that you might use, and just kind of get into that area. Okay, but from there, once we've kind of unlocked these particular areas, all right, we're going to do two key stretches. All right, so the first one is we're just going to work on our calves. So I want you to just get up against the wall here, press the back foot into a wall, and just hold for anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds on each side. All right, and that's kind of untying this calf muscle here that's pulling me to pronation. Our next stretch is going to be just a Spider-Man. So I'm going to come into a push-up position here, bring one leg way out to the side, and just bring my elbow down to the ground and hold. All right, you're going to feel a stretch all along here, all along these adductor muscles that are really tight. We're just working on releasing these things. And again, I'm holding from anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. You can also just move up and down to move through the range of motion. All right, the last kind of step in addressing this would be to do an exercise that helps to strengthen the muscles at the side of the hip here to pull these knees out of that internal rotation. So what I'm going to do is just press my heel into the wall here, slide up and down, and just shoot for about 15 reps. Anywhere from 2 to 3 sets will work great along with those stretches. But just investing 5 minutes in that simple routine is going to help to straighten everything out. It's going to release these muscles, and it's really going to help to unlock the developmental potential of your lower abs.